Hey, it's Jason here. So, as some of you may know, I'm building in my garage kind of like an Automobilia museum, which basically means I have some old auto signs and gas pumps and that sort of thing. And a gentleman in his late 70s has a house full of things he's collected related to Automobilia over the years. Specifically, he has some little parking meters that would be on the street in New York City and most cities years ago, and he's restored them where they actually function, and he has one that he's willing to let me have. So I'm pretty excited to go meet with him and pick this up. I have met with him in the past because I bought a really old auto meter. And this is just kind of the journey of getting little artifacts, if you will, that will kind of surround the car collection that my son and I are building. And I'm hoping at one point in the near future to extend my garage so I have much more space. But whenever I find something like this, I like to take advantage of it. So I'm going to head on over to his place. He's located in Jarrettsville. It will only take me a few minutes to get there, and hopefully he'll let me take a few videos of his collection. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm turning on the main road. He lives right off of this road here. And just to give a little bit more context about this guy, he owns a really big plumbing supply house in the area. And I mean, this, for me personally, is the biggest collection of stuff I've ever seen. It's a little over the top, because he must have a really loving wife, because it is everywhere in every room. I think it's really cool though. It tells a story. A lot of the stuff are things he had at his business. A lot of automobilia, which is what I like, but then of course he has old like guns from like the Civil War. He has this diver's helmet that, you know, back in the day, I think it's made of copper, that people would dive down in. But the thing you notice the most is when you pull into his house, the stuff isn't just inside. He has a ton of stuff outside. So you start seeing like everything that this gentleman has and has collected over the years outside as well. And I'm pulling in now, and you can see here, you know, he has anything from gas pumps to these auto meters all the way down the line. So I'm gonna go ahead and step in, and if he'll let me take a little video, I will. So this just hand tightened. That
I
holds
always hand tighten
the device actually in here.
It holds it in tight.
Okay.
There's the thread, and that's locked in. That
Got
doesn't
it.
turn. This turns.
And then you just use the flathead to just loosen
Just a
it
little
up, basically.
flathead or anything.
All right, so I'm leaving after picking up the parking meter, and he gave me a tour of his garage and all the things he has, and just again, like chasing old cars or old things for the Automobile Museum. It's so much fun, partially because of the people you meet. And this is a prime example of meeting somebody really cool and nice that has just amassed over the years all kinds of stuff that he keeps in his garage. So I would say this was definitely a successful trip. Hung out with the guy for about 30 minutes, learned a lot about him, learned a lot about his Corvettes and the car shows he goes to and what he collects. And I just think it's cool and it's fun, and the stuff is not being reproduced, right? I mean, 50, 60-year-old things that you know, really add to a garage when you're decorating it with your car collection all around it. So this is the meter that I got. It's a 1987 parking meter. Everything works. Specifically, if you put nickels in it, is what it would take. They'll drop to the bottom there. The keyholes are still there, but there's no locking mechanism, so you could just use like a Phillips head screwdriver or something pointy enough to open them up. And I really like it. My son gets a kick out of it. It does everything that one would expect. And what I've learned is when you had meter maids, I never really knew what that meant. I just thought it was people that came and emptied the change. They actually would have to go through and wind these up. So using a key like this, let me tilt this around a little bit. Using a key like this, you actually put it in the back and wind the meter up. And it lasts, I'm told, for about a week. So that way when you put money in, it would do its thing. The inside key clicks to this, and you twist it, and that winds up. If you wanted to take this out, you would actually loosen this up, and the whole electronic device would actually come out if you were to do that. But this meter was last serviced April of 1987, and it works perfect. You can go up to I guess you can go up to an hour, 2 hours max. And it's installed on a really cool base. I just have this in my office. My son likes to come over and put money in it. And we love it. It's a lot of fun. And it's a really cool purchase. And I'm happy to have met the gentleman that sold it to me.